How are you?
I'm good. Do you know the old like the manager or
Hello, everyone. Can you see our screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, they can hear. They can listen to. Now,
How about that one? Oh, okay. So
there they are there. Should we wait for more people or should we start?
There's a can you invite me in the meetings so I can share my screen later?
Okay,
Yeah, click people's and then just put that name there.
got it.
Yeah, just put. Yes.
Let's just start after
You want to start now?
1 minute. Yeah,
1 minute?
I don't want to delay. Even- How many come each? Okay, let's just start.
Oh, just come in.
Hey, come in. Come in.
That's all. You want it? That's the word.
Oh, please go down. I don't get cheese.
So this is me.
This is a vegetarian. We don't have a vegetarian.
A vegetarian,
This is vegetarian.
and this is like a mix of veggie and veggie stuff.
No.
First come first the service.
Over there? Yeah. You guys are.
One take one pass.
Yeah.
Anh check chưa, anh lên cái đấy chưa?
Ừ.
Anh đã join vào event chưa? Anh đấy.
Giao gì?
Anh join vào event đi, anh join vào cái meeting ấy.
Yeah, I'm here and I'm sharing.
Anh vào meeting chưa? Đây đâu đang join đâu? Meeting này đâu?
I'm sharing.
Ok.
Right.
Để em check nhé.
Mm-hmm.
Nhưng mà anh
Can you have a look at
gửi
it?
em xem.
Okay, let's just start.
Anh cho mấy anh lên.
Hi, everyone. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to
Hello.
our SEC orientation for spring 2025. I'm Harrison, and I will be your moderator today. This is our agenda. We're going to talk a little bit about the programs and introduce our faculty members. And then each of the faculty members will introduce you guys about some of the stuff that we have going on for the SDC department, starting from the experiential learning in SDC, and then the language machine study for study. And then we're gonna go and talk a little bit about the various activities that we have over here, clubs, competitions, what else going on. And then we'll have Michael talking a little bit about the certification, and giving you guys a little bit of a guide about how to get them. And then lastly, I will be sharing you guys my experience as a student of the UC University of Seattle, taking the Master's of Computer Science with SBC. So let's start with Sam. He's going to introduce you guys about what we are and what kind of programs we offer.
Okay, hello everybody. Thank you for coming this welcome and orientation day. So this is a spring quarter. We may not have many students, but we want to keep this one every quarter. So I will talk about programs and faculty. First, also later you can see that experiential learning, Morgan Santua will talk about that. She's our center direct. She's leading BSCY programs. And also, Scott is here. So Scott will talk about our learning management system. Okay, you can see this one. Also, we have activities, but Scott will share this one because Brian has family, then his children have spring break, so he's not available today. And then Michael, already you mentioned that you can see the more information about industry certifications. Also, you can see the Harrison will talk about the experience. Okay, this is now my turn. Okay, let's talk about STC mission and objectives and what degree programs, STC faculty and student success example, and then what can I do now for my success? Some of our students already, they got this one. What is our STC missions? Think about it now, AI is coming, right? That's why we want to prepare our students to be technology professionals and digital innovators. So technology professional, you may get a job, but digital innovators, you may create jobs. That's why we are focusing on that. Because of that, usually we are using 3D, 3S, also KSA model. What is that? First, the 3D, CDU, we want to teach a different one. You will learn something different. Also something distinctive. Looks like we put into the AI into the hours. And then also we have a directive. So you want to practice your directive and smart aptitude. What is your 3S? No matter what, you need a strong knowledge. Plus, also, you must have a sustainable skills. Skills sometimes come and go, so it's a sustainable. Plus, also, we are doing smart aptitude. Aptitude means what? You can work together. You can lead others. In this case, smart means what? Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. Usually, we are pushing this as 3S. So you have the knowledges, you have skills, and you have aptitude. That's why 3D, 3S, KSA. So we have an undergraduate, master, and doctoral program. Undergraduate, applied computer science, cybersecurity, data science. You can see the applied computer science in bold means what? We have this program for international student. And then master program, we have AI, computer science, cybersecurity, data science. Now, computer science, data science, we are providing this one for international student. Also, we have a Doctor of Information Technology, DIT program. Here you can see our full-time faculty working on the campus. So you can see the academic side. Brian is reading doctoral and graduate program. Michael is reading undergraduate program. We have a center, Morgan Chantua and Jenny Ju, they are working. Content, also I'm working with Scott. We want to improve our content with AI, also industry certification. Also Michael is a leading undergraduate program. Also he is advocating industry certifications. Also, we have several faculties. Many of them, they are working. This is one of the example. He's the senior engineer, and also Dr. Zhang is teaching our program, doctoral program. Okay, we have many industry professors who are very successful at Google, Microsoft, or some other companies, we name it, then they are helping us. This one always, I want to show that. No matter what, without your success, we cannot make it. This is just a few examples, okay? So I cannot show everybody, but the most recent one, you can see the single guys. He's working at Daikin. So he's now living in Houston. So this is a class of 2024. But 2023, Brendra, he's working at the Quadrant. Also, you can see the 2021, people working at Adobe, Google, or Pinterest, Amazon, AWS. So you can see the many students, they are doing their professional career very successfully. So there are evidence. So let me talk about what can I do now for my success. Then later I'll bring the evidence. Many students, they are coming here, then I'm asking you, please start your capstone project at the day one. In this case, you have a two-part. One is the what? Project. Oh, what project do I have to do that? Please don't worry about that. Instead, what kind of skills do I need to accomplish a project? Especially, you need a lot of cloud technologies. AWS, you can see right away. Microsoft Azure, you need to advance your skills. Also, don't be shy. Please talk to your program manager or program director. Even me, send the email. Can you talk to me? I want to talk to you. Also, you can talk to your classmate too. Find you are interested in technology area or jobs. Don't say that, hey, what do you want to do after graduation? I want a jobs. To me, it does not make sense. What jobs do you want? Also, technology very different, you know. Also, find the articles by article search engine and read them. There are many articles come. There are two types. One is academic article. They are predicting what's going on. Also, there is the magazine. Magazine also talk about, okay, what's going on in industry. So you need those articles. We have a student club. Please join it, be leader. You don't have to say, I'm team player. You supported a student club, then you can see that. Also, we have a research group. I'm operating research group Always every quarter, 9 weeks, week 1 to the week 9. Do you want to join? Send the email. Just I met the student say, how can I join? Send the email. Then I can put into my invitation. And then you don't like it, later stop it. Also, you can talk to our Mrs. Morgan Chantua. Professional career assessment means you better know your weaknesses and strengths. That's the why professional career assessment. Also, you are living in Seattle. There are many meetups there. Please join there. Also, we want to host the meetup and SD skills. So also you can outreach the other meetups outside of Bellevue or this Seattle area. So now the success, student success means that they have a kind of evidence. Now you can see that. Yeah, behind the scene, you can see the distinguished paper word. That times the theme was the serverless computing. This guy's Yu-Che Liu, he's now working at the where? Amazon, no, Google Silicon Valley. That's his capstone project, data streaming optimization. By using that, he had an interview. He failed many job interview, but he so pissed off, he talked to the Google people. Hey, who are doing data streaming optimization? Okay, I know this group in Silicon Valley. That's why he's working there. The other student, now you can see that just I got it. Okay, this is another Journal of Information Systems Applied Research and Analytics. Usually I'm sending my student paper to here. Just, October, you can see that Yared, his paper, capstone outcome was published. That means it published the last year proceeding. Now it's moved up to the journal. Also, you can see the single guys. I mentioned that. This guy, he got a job offer 6 months in advance before graduation. That's why he did what? You can see the kind of a popular technology, RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation in Power Application. This will be go to the journal too. Just I got that kind of acceptance letter last weekend. So means what? You don't have to say I'm the good writer, I'm good researcher, or pursuing the new technology. No. Usually you are capstone, start earlier, and then have a very good one, go to the proceeding, then go to the, forget it, certain point, it's recommended to the journal. That's the one example. And then also, you don't have to go somewhere to find something. We have applied research symposium every quarter. Since I came here 2018, I started there. Many students, if you look at this one, c4cii.cdu.edu, now you can see the many students. You can see the one of our student, Manjot. His article is, capstone is very good. He talk about the multi-agent by using AI. Each AI you are using, for example, Copilot, that's agent. So how multiple agent we can use that. Also, you can use Asha Savage. She's doing also a large language model to create a story. Many students, you can see that. CDU, we are moving this direction. Why? Outside of people, they are looking for the AI engineer. I know you can be full stack, you can be a software engineer, but that's red ocean. This is a blue ocean. That means what? Sometimes you need what? Clubs, or sometimes you need a smart and secure computing. That's my research group. I started at this one 2004 from my previous university, University of Washington. Many of my alumni here, they had they own successful stories. They really put into their creative idea, they made something, okay? Then also certification. You know what? Cloud, see, what is the nickname of Seattle? That's the cloud. Cloud Security Alliance. Go get it. AWS. Now go get it. You have a cloud practitioner. For example, Manjot, he passed the 3 exams. And also that helped a lot. He can find the jobs here. Comes here, I always recommend the Linux. Mendix, we will drop it, okay? Don't worry about that. So there are many certifications here, okay? You can do that. And then evidence. This is one of the example. You should go outside. UTech Northwest, and then AI Hackathon March 2024. Now you can see our student name here, 3. Among the 4, I think 2 of them our students. They are working professionally now. They did something extra. We cannot provide everything. That's why I'm delivering to you. So also, why we need a wonderful story from you, because that's the why we can make my school good. I need your help. I need your success. Thank you so much.
So now Ms. Morgan is going to talk a little bit about the experiential learning and a bit about a job fair. Unfortunately, she's not with us today, but she has prepared a video in advance so that everyone's not going to be missing out too much. Let's hear what Morgan has to say. Before we move on, just want to make sure that the audio is getting through. Can anyone in the who is participating online hear the audio?
No.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
When you play, you have to select the audio.
All right. Okay, let's try that again, shall we?
Hi, I'm Morgan Zantua. I am
Yes,
currently
now we can hear it.
in the Charleston airport, and I will be up in the air when this presentation comes to you. So I apologize for missing this event. However, I've been in South Carolina with Jenny Ju, who's right above me there, and we have been learning about all of the great changes that are taking place in cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, data science, data analytics, you name it. We've got a lot of great things to bring back to you. I'm here to talk to you about experiential learning, and we're going to talk about invited talks. We have these 3 times a quarter. This is a great opportunity for you to learn from professionals. So this coming week on April 17th, Tony North is going to be talking. I'm hoping all of you will be there. If you can't make it, we record our sessions. Our sessions are uploaded to the site that you see on the screen. We have a whole library of invited talks from 2018 to the current time. So please take advantage of them. Attend, ask questions. By the way, you can also reach out to me if you have an idea for an invited talk where you would like to hear from an industry professional. Let me know, and we'll see what we can do. We are going to be offering our first job fair on campus on May 8th. Now, we can thank Tony North for providing this opportunity for us. I'm hoping that many of you will attend. There will be more of these flyers going around campus. We're trying to put together some workshops on LinkedIn, interviewing, and how to write a good resume. I'm not exactly sure how many companies we're going to have, but we certainly want you to participate. Start early, even though this is your orientation quarter, and build your network. Find out what people are looking for. Think ahead and be talking to professionals with job opportunities. This opportunity just came to me last night. It is so new that we don't have as much knowledge about it, but what I can tell you is that this mentorship, this global mentorship initiative, will provide each student at City University with 12 hours of free mentorship with a Microsoft employee. So for those of you who have aspirations, the best thing that you can do is have a good, solid mentor. We'll make sure that you have the link to this, and we want everybody to take advantage of this incredible opportunity. The next opportunity that we have for experiential learning is coming through a Small Business Administration grant that will allow people to do cyber audits for small businesses. We have gotten this position approved. You have to go and apply for it. You can look for jobs at City University of Seattle. You must be an STC student. There are some basic requirements. In other words, for an undergraduate, you're going to need to have cyber ethics and the basic cybersecurity course. Graduate students will need 11A and 11B. We'll be getting this information out. The grant's going to run for at least another year. You will have experience doing an initial questionnaire with small businesses to help them determine how much cyber security knowledge they have and what more they have to gain. We're telling you about the Applied Research Symposium now. This is your first quarter for most of you, and this is something we do every quarter at City University School of Technology and Computing. This is where people present their capstones. This is the culmination of everything that they have learned while they have been with us. We want you to start seeing what other people are doing and start planning early in your career here with us to see what you want to be presenting by your final quarter with us. Now there is a grant for master's level students who are going to be doing their final quarter in research. You will be receiving more information about the Graduate Research Fellowship. I'm mentioning this to you now because in order to qualify for this, you're going to have your research ready to go at least a quarter before your capstone. So more information will be coming about that to you. We want you to be doing internal communications in a solid way. So we want you to stay connected, not only through the STC Byte. We will have MS Teams channel. We've done just one channel now, so people won't feel like they're overwhelmed. Please pay attention to your announcements in your classes. Talk to your fellow classmates. We want to make sure that you don't miss any of these opportunities that are coming your way. One of the things that I will be responsible for in the coming quarters for you is to make sure that you are getting experiential learning that leverages what you are learning outside of the classroom to give you opportunities so that when you go and talk in an interview, you will have more information for the interviewee that can demonstrate what you have done that leverages what you've learned in the classroom to outside work level experience.
All right. So Morgan also gave me some links to some of the sites and the resources. I will be sharing it in the chat and emailing it to all the participants today later on if you guys ever need. Now, let's move on to Michael. Michael is going to introduce you guys about the certification that we offer inside and outside of CityU. And he's going to give some insight into which certification should you take and which one will help you in your future career. Michael?
Thank you. Michael Lehman, I'm the program director for the undergraduate program here at CityU. And when I was hired here a little over a year ago, I came from industry, about 32, 33 years of industry experience, of that of which I was a hiring manager. So I'm going to give you a little insight today as far as how certifications will help you gain that first job. Okay, imagine this. Imagine I'm sitting at my desk and I have a stack of resumes sitting in front of me. How do you think I start to look at that resume as far as finding the top 10 or top 15 people I want to call up on the phone or have them come into the office and have an interview? Well, the first thing I'm doing is looking at the skill levels for the resumes and making sure that the applicants that I'm looking at have the skills that I'm looking for. The second one is I'm looking at the educational level. Okay, master's is great, undergraduate is okay, but I'm trying to select the best ones that I can possibly get to call into the interview. Okay, I still have a number of resumes that are sitting on my table, and I'm trying to think to myself, how do I narrow it down to the 10 or 15 people I want to talk to? Certifications is the answer. Is it every single certification? No, it's one of the ones that are more prestigious to get, the harder ones to get. You kind of see on my screen here some of the ones that I would be looking for, depending on the job type or the career type that you're going for. But the message I'm trying to get to you is we're taking these badges that you see up here, we're taking the content that is known to be in those certification exams. And we have been placing that contact information into the course level that we provide to our students. Now, there's a couple of things like the Lennox Plus from Contiva. We actually use their material, and that sets yourself up to be able to take that exam at the end of the quarter. Now, one of the things that we have a partnership with some of the vendors is a discounted factor for the students. You can get the examination voucher at half the cost, and so it saves you a little bit of money on that and being able to sit the exam when you're ready to take that. Now, do we offer the free vouchers? No, that seems to be the misconception to a couple of students will have when they walk away from the orientation here and they come back and say, Mr. Lehman, where's my voucher at? And don't with what I'm saying here, don't take away that the school's providing you the voucher. You still have to pay for the vouchers yourself, but we're trying to get the discounted student versions for you. So many of the courses that we have that capability to do that on there. Okay, so whether you're in the computer science one, or you're in the data science or cybersecurity, which is my favorite, we will take apart those certification exams and make sure that we integrate information that is pertinent to you as far as trying to challenge the exams at the end of that. Now, does that mean at the end of the course you can waive your voucher and go take an exam? No, there's still outside practice and fine tuning of your skills before you should go ahead and take that exam. Okay, it doesn't hurt to fine tune, have it like a little boot camp scenario. Maybe pair up with somebody and make sure that you've got the information down pat before you go ahead and set the exam on it. Okay, so that's my word for wisdoms. I'll even leave you with this one this afternoon when I talked to one of our seniors who's in his last quarter, and we were talking about his preparations for looking for a real job afterwards. And guess what he had? He had himself all lined up to take his certifications this summer through a boot camp that was being offered through the DoD components that they were bringing in some folks to do a fine-tuning boot camp for them, and then at the end of them they were giving them opportunities to sit the exams. So he understood the takeaway from this little discussion here today. We want to make sure that when we walk out of the classroom or walk out the front door for the last time, we've done everything we could possibly do to enhance our capability to get that job. Okay? Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Michael. Now let's move on to Scott. Brian is not with us today. So I'm gonna have Scott presenting about the activities that we have. What's wrong with this?
Share my screen. I'm gonna.
Okay.
So I'm actually gonna present in two parts. So the first part is the normal part, walking through our learning management system first, and then I will presenting the activities that's going on at SDC on behalf of our program directors, Brian Lane, since he's on PTO, he's not here. Okay. So let's talk about the first thing. Our learning management system will be Bryce based. If this is your first quarter, you might be very new to this system. And this is going to be the landing page when you log in access to your student portal from our CDU website. This page, very straightforward. First thing you want to make sure you are in the right class. Usually have your class titles, the names, and the terms you're taking this right now. Another things you can looking at is you scroll down a little bit on the right hand side. This is a short descriptions of your instructors. It has their names, really brief explanations about their backgrounds, And on the left-hand side, you will see a brief overview of all the activities that will happening in this course. Because this is from the winter quarter, so it actually shows all the activities. But in week 1, you might not see everything, so it will be gradually released week by week. So the next thing I want you to pay attention is the content page. You can move through the navigation bar on the top. A couple things are very important here. So any course you are taking for the first time, the first thing you want to check is the syllabus and the course schedules. We currently have a system called Simple Syllabus. You can either access it through from the top, the syllabus. That's a Simple Syllabus. And then certain courses we also uploading the syllabus and the course schedule manually in Brightspace. So in this case, they will be listing under these syllabus schedule course team tabs. And then the next important part to pay attention is our course policies. And we currently have the late policies. If you turn in your assignment late, there's a 10% penalty will be applied per day, and it's all the way go up to 7 days. So if your assignment submitting more than 7 days late, you will be receiving 0 grading. So with you understanding there's some life situations happening, so please proactively communicate with your instructors. So that way, you know, you will not getting a lot of penalty for late submissions. Okay. And then here we have other very useful information, such as our SDC student worker standards, how you effectively communicate with our student worker. We're providing some formats, typos in the emails, and what information that you are supposed to include in the emails, and also what information you are not supposed to asking the student worker, such as asking them to do the homework for you. And everything else under this tab will be the bios from the instructors, also from our student workers and program directors, all the way up to our dean, Dr. Sanchez here. And then the next important tab is your career in advancement. So this is the very important link that goes directly to our C4CY website. There are a couple of slides that Morgan also Sam has already presented. We're gonna go back to here when I talk about the activities on behalf of Brian. And the next part will be the general instructions for all the activities and assignment listing in this course. You can see this is the typical assignments in this course. If you need clarifications, try to understanding what you need to do, you can quickly come here to check. So the first 4, introduce yourself, what is going, concept today, discussion board. These are all discussion board type of assignments. So what that means that we're expecting to do a initial post by Wednesday, and then by Sunday night you should also participating with other students there. You can see there are the day and time are listing here, and what is this about. So the next category will be our hands-on skill and programming exercise. This is our the core assignments we have for each course. So basically, we're gonna the hands-on skill. We're gonna walk you through a lot of the programming exercise for do some step-by-step instruction to go through the lab. So you will get a lot of hands-on experiences after you completing this assignment. And after the assignments, we usually also have a part called HOS Part B. That's just a small quiz. We want to make sure you're understanding what you have been doing from the HOS Part A. And our programming exercise, sometimes some courses will have what is called a virtual lab. Is that will align with what you've been doing from the HOS, and also it's going to align with what you learned from the reading program modules. So this is the time that you are demonstrating that you are understanding the knowledge and you know how to apply those knowledge into the actual projects. And then the knowledge check is just like the weekly quiz. We want to making sure you understanding all the readings, you're understanding all the lectures, and then it's also going to be relating to all the assignments that you do for that week. And lastly, most of course, we have offering here, we do have team projects. So this will be a group assignments. Usually there will be 4 deliverables. So the first one will be the proposal due in week 3. Second one will be progress report. That's due in week 7. And in week 10, we usually have the final report and also the presentations due. So it's very important that you are actively collaborating with your teammates. So we do recommending some, we do provide more information if you are moving to the next half years. We have the overview. If you click each individual's description, you can see the detailed project descriptions. And then project details. And we also providing some guidance, how many pages you're supposed to write, how many slides you're supposed to have in your presentations, and what need to be included in your slides. And also the templates we also put in here. So this kind of give you a better understanding of what you need to do in the team project. So that way you can equally assigning work among your teammates. And this is just all the detailed description for each deliverable. Okay. And then below here, we're just listing all the modules here. I'll just make module 1. That's going to be the first module you will see if you are in week 1. And you can see we do setting up the release date and the due dates for each module. So that, as I mentioned, that way you will have access to each module gradually instead of having access to all 10 modules. And then under each modules, this is all the activities that's going to match what you see from the course schedules. So that's why it's very important you go review those course schedules and the syllabus first. And then all these activities are listed here, matching the general description I just shown above there. And this is just additional information, academic activities, and also the grading scheme. Okay. So moving from the content tab, you can also access all your assignment through this assignment tab. We have 3 types of assignment. So the first assignment, that's kind of including our hands-on skill, our programming assignment, and also virtual lab if the class is using. Discussion assignment, that's going to including all the discussion board I just showed you. So introduce yourself, might explain concept debate. Some certain courses they have a discussion board as well. And the quiz type assignment is going to be related to the HOS Part B and also the knowledge checks. HOS Part B here, knowledge checks. So this is another way to access all the assignment that you're supposed to do. In case you've been falling behind a couple of weeks, you try to figure out all the assignment that's in past due. So this will be the place you want to check. For the grade, this is pretty straightforward. That's how you see what grades you're getting, what assignment you are already submitting. You will also see the feedback in the instructor posting there. It's pretty straightforward. And then the library link, that's going to go straight to our CDU libraries. You can also access this from your CDU student portal as well. Rating list is saying you can access through your student portal. This is going to go straight to the rating list for these particular course you are taking. That's going to align with the rating and resource you can find under each modules, what you need to rate for each modules. And lastly, we do have some building communication features here. If you want to quickly see who's in your class, checking their emails or send a direct message here, you can also access through the communication tab here. And lastly, we have the help buttons here. You can see here if you have trouble finding the readings, you can ask the librarians, and if you also need some tutoring service, there's a great use online tutorings. And if you need help to navigating or having issues with your Brightspace account, we do have the CDU Brightspace 24/7 support. So that's pretty much it for the price list. Any questions, comments before we move into our activities at SDC? All right, so no questions, comment. Let me circle back to the advancement, career advancements. So these 3 links, they all gonna link to the same Sequence UI website. So the first one actually already somebody post message.
No. Okay.
Okay, so the links under the career advancements, I already have it open. So the first one, SDC professional development. This is gonna be a couple activities we have here. So student club, we have Thursday we have the SDC student club. We also have a data science club, cybersecurity club. You can check out their schedules here. The research group, this is our Dean Dr. Sanchez mentions that we are having the Fridays they are listed here. If you try to find out a time, try to find the link, this is also going to be your go-to place to find it. And then the meetup, we have 2 events here. First one is the SDE Skill Meetup. We're usually hosting the event every Tuesday. We are doing a lot of the simulations of coding interviews. That's including practicing the lead code, practicing some system design. We also have very successful to attract a lot of students, external or internal. So please, if you are interested, please check it out. The second event we have is the Northwest Tech event. So we do have the monthly meetup here. If you're interested in trying to connect with people, please let us know. We do providing tickets for them. This is the first link. Second link I also opened as well. It's actually from the same website. This is the one I think Morgan briefly mentions what's going on with these this currently SDC Tech Club. So week 1, this is what we are doing right now. Week 1 is going to be our welcome orientation day. And then week 2, 5A, we have inviting talks. So we'll inviting the industrial experts to come over, share their experiences, share their tips, share what's the IoT embedded skill out there. Week 4, we have a big touch up about introducing our capstone internship programs. And then week 10, we have the applied research symposium. That's usually the requirements for any student that will be graduating from our program. So if you want to check out all the projects we've been working on, you can feel free to attend the event. So last one is linking to the scholarship opportunities. I also have this open right here. So this is all the scholarship we have going on at SDC. So Morgan usually have more details. If you are interested in this scholarship, you want to know detail, feel free to reach out. We also listing all the past grants here. And a quick way to access everything I just talked about, you can see we actually created a event button in the top. So the orientations we're hosting right now, inviting talk, we're doing 3 times per quarter. And then the capstone internship orientations, the applied research symposium in week 10, the 2 meetup event I was talking about, everything is covered here. This is all our activities that's happening at SDC. Okay, I think that's pretty much from me. Any questions?
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna stop sharing and then.
So thank you, Scott, for sharing with us about Brightspace and all the functions that we have for our online learning platform. So speaking about the learning experience and stuff, let me share a little bit about my experience as a City University student in the SDC department. Try again. Okay. I think the internet's a little bit slow for a moment, so let's just see. Okay, there we go. Allow me to talk a little bit about my own experience as a City University of Seattle's master's student in computer science. My first impression when I came to CDU was that we do not have a lot of students, especially on campus. And I know that we are primarily a online university where people take their courses remotely. But having a smaller size class doesn't mean that we are getting, like word quality of teaching or courses or the studying. It's just that we may not be as reputable as big cities like Seattle U or University of Washington, but that also means that you get more engagement out of your peers and out of your professors, your instructors, and also your TA. And if you have questions, you don't really have to wait in a long line. You can just skip straight ahead. Then have a one-on-one conversation with your instructors almost all the time. And that was what I did for my very first classes that I had over here, was that having like the long chit chat back and forth during the class with my instructor, which is something that you probably won't have. You won't see a whole lot of that when you are going to bigger universities. And it's also thanks to that, people who don't really have like the strong skill set or they're not very technically sound, that's the chance for them to get more reinforcement in their learning, getting more out of the profession and all the class time that they got in school. So I would say that this is definitely a plus for me, a class size. And the other thing is that the assignment that I'm getting from CEU, and especially from the SDC department, are very hands-on. So they make sure that you are covered in all the latest technology that we have out there. As you guys know right now, AI is pretty big. AI is very big. It is basically the focus of our market right now. And if you go to other universities, they might not be able to update their curriculum with AI technology as of now, because the process of incorporating those technologies into their teaching will definitely take a while. It has so many processes that they have to go through. But so far, with City University of Seattle, that is not the case. I got to learn about SageMaker, how to build an AI and train my own AI. Also talk about Azure so that I can, do stuff, making web pages and interact with it with a server, with a database, and then incorporating Olama into my projects. And basically have an AI function built in my own app. So that is another plus of the courses and programs in City University of Seattle. And lastly, thanks to the smaller size, despite that, we still have club activities, and because of the smaller size, you also get more interaction with your peers, as always. Sam, Morgan, everyone over here, they are very dedicated in making sure that you guys are always up to date with the latest technology out there, so that you are equipped with some kind of advantage when you go out to the job market. So I encourage you guys to take part in the club activities, so that you can always equip your knowledge, you can equip more, you're improving your skill set, your tool set, so
so that you are more adaptable and can tackle on any kind of challenges out there, especially right now because the job market, as you guys know, is it is not pretty out there as of right now. My recommendation, so far I have only been in the SEC Tech Club and the Cybersecurity Club. You guys can also take part in these, or you can venture out and check out these many clubs that we got, including the Google Development Club, Student Club, or I would say just go and check it out. We would definitely got more club activities going on just within the FCC, by the way.
Okay, thank you so much. Now our part is done. Give a big hand to this guy. Yes. Okay, now it's your time. Okay, watch that one. Any question? Okay, usually you have any question, I know everybody fine. Yes. If you have a question, I want to make sure you are truly, this is my personal club. Everybody wants, you are truly, right? Oh, also here. Okay. Would you introduce your name? Okay. Okay.
It's hard to hear you online.
Okay. How can we do that?
Yeah, it's already out. So the closer you are to the owl, the better it can listen to you.
Okay, no, I'll interpret that. Okay. So you are MSCS major?
Yeah,
MSCS major. Great. Okay. How are you? You want to shout it here? Yes.
My name is Smith and I'm doing master's in data science.
Data science. Yes, we have a data science master program. Today is designed for you.
Right.
So you have a right to eat more pizza. Okay. Yeah. Also.
Wait, and
yeah.
And on that note, I think we also have a data science club, right?
Yes. You can data science club. We have a data science club. We have a general tech club. Also, we have a cybersecurity club. Also, we have a Google club. When they are active, when we have an active student leader. Sometimes they're very good, sometimes they're very quiet, okay? Don't be shy. Just you say, hey, I want to do that. Now talk to the Morgan. I ask the Morgan to lead all of these student activities, okay? So you can do it, okay? Also here, what you have to do? Classroom is the very minimum. Just come to the only 6 hours per week, right? That's why we have a lot of extra time. Outside, you need your own project. You don't have any idea, then you say, I don't have any idea, then tell me. Talk to us. Then we can work together. All of the students, you saw that. Some of the students, for example, Manjot. So he was the tech club student leader. You saw that he engaged them outside of hackathon, right? Because of that, you have to watch our activity event. Can you show that? Everybody watching the event also watch the Microsoft Teams. You are getting the message. If you do not watch it, can you share that one?
Okay.
Our Microsoft Teams.
Microsoft
event.
Teams events?
Yeah, and also schedule.
Okay.
Also, you are getting the event message. If you are not proactive, then even you don't know how many emails we send, how many events. Okay, that's the important thing. So everybody, did you get this kind of event notice? I know I did a school classical, but eventually coming to your Microsoft Teams, the CC channel. This is the schedule. You can see it. We put there. Okay. Yeah. Then there is an activity. Also, whenever we have a student who passes certification, I want to have also workshop. Usually workshop, I want to have a week 11. Our final is over, then people come. Also, we have a scholarship, but some students, they never try. I have a $12,000. Then one student, if you are taking capstone, you want to publish paper, means you started a capstone in advance. And if you submit your proposal, each quarter we are going to select 3. Why I'm advertising successful student here? I want to go there. I want to ask the money. How did I get the money? One student started Adobe, and she was so thankful to her success. Then she donated the 1,500. And turn around to talk to Adobe. Adobe put it to the 1,500. That's how I got $3,000. One of us students, nothing to do with the CDU. He played with our my student club. Then actually he's ranked at $5,000. Means little bit of his annual income. Right? That's what happened. That's the story. Okay. Also, the other student, who is the second quarter here? Okay, say your name to this guy.
Myself, Divakar, and this is my second quarter work.
Okay, then what's your major?
Computer science.
Okay. How about other student? Third quarter. Fourth quarter. Okay. Thank you for coming to orientation. Okay, come. May I have your name?
Yeah, I'm Shruti.
And then what is the major?
I have been enrolled to a Master in Computer Science course.
Okay, great. How about others? Shout here. Yeah. Okay.
Namrita.
I'm Ritesh, and this is my third quarter, and I'm doing computer science.
Okay, great.
I'm Akila.
No.
I'm doing masters in data science. This is my second quarter.
Second one, great. Kira,
Okay, so hi, Kina. This is my.
okay, so you are the,
I'm Harrison.
yeah, then what you are,
This is my fifth quarter as a master's in computer science.
okay? How about online? Ask that, how many students, not faculty? Is there any student in online?
Yeah.
Yeah, ask them. Can you say the name?
Oh, I can see the name. It's right after.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so
Let's-
everyone online, can you, if you are student, can you just raise your hand or just speak out?
Okay, Amari is there, I can see that. And then David, you are there, right? David. Khan, Aaron, okay, Sumit, okay, Veronica, okay, thank you for coming here, okay? Yes, yes.
Okay, done.
Also, that's why I'm sending messages. Many things are going on here. Please watch there. Don't be shy, okay? Speak out. Also, some of them scholarship, domestic or US student only, some of them even campus job, you can apply. When you get a job or not, don't worry about that. That's not your decision. Whether apply or not, that's your decision. Okay, focus on yours. Okay, now it's the time is over. Everybody, thank you for coming here. Thank you so much. Then we have the food left over, that's yours. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. You can shut down.